been watching my videos, you know that I've got 1 week hive. Thankfully, I was able to locate a queen in Gadsden, Alabama at a fairly short notice, and she just came in today. You'll notice she came packed in this small box. In fact, she's already acquired a little friend who's here checking her out. This is a simple box, and inside of it, we've got the queen and probably 4 girls taking care of her. There is some candy packed in here, and then a cork on the bottom. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to install this queen into the hive. The first thing I'm gonna do, I need to find a way to kind of suspend her in the hive. So I'm gonna take, this is just a simple little hook, and I'm gonna screw it onto the top, excuse me, I about did that on the wrong side, onto the top of this little box. And I'll be honest with you, I have not done this before. This is the first time that I've done this, so I'm very excited, but at the same time a little anxious with the impending question, is it going to work? So I'm just going to screw in this little hook right on the top. I'm going to leave it hanging over to the side because I'm going to suspend this and the top of the hive. Now there's a cork on the bottom. I'm going to carefully remove this cork right here. Installing a queen is a hurry up and wait process. Next thing I'm going to do is packed inside of this, there is a bunch of candy. I'm just going to take really lightly this sharp object. This is actually a little tool we use when we're cleaning out our pumpkins. And I'm just going to poke a hole, not all the way through, but just inside of it to give a head start for the bees. Now, this is a game of hurry up and wait in this process, because I'm going to suspend the queen bee in between frames inside this hive. Now, I'm going to leave her hanging here for 3 days. The hurry up and wait process is, do they accept her? That's the unknown question. Okay, now they're very, very interested in her. That is for sure. Let me try to slide this over a little bit. I'm just going to hang her right here in the middle, if my hook will work. Right now they are more interested in her than in me. I'm going to leave her hanging there. So she is suspended right now inside this hive, if you can see that. And what we're going to do, we're going to let this sit here for 3 days. We're going to come back in 3 days to see, have they eaten that candy from the underneath? If they have, we've successfully released the queen into this hive. Then we're going to leave it closed for 10 days. We'll come back in 10 days to inspect to see, do we have any egg laying activity in these frames and foundations from the new queen. So they're very interested. You can see them coming over closer to her, just kind of checking and smelling it out. So this will be about a 2-week waiting process for us to discover if our queen installation works.